Let's move on to my NFL Week 13 picks. Last week I did okay, had a decent week, went 9-5 on my picks for the season. I'm at 115, 60, and 1. Here are my picks, and of course CBS does have the doubleheader action on Sunday this week. Of course, with this week being Thanksgiving, we have games on Thursday. We got 3 games, as a matter of fact. The opening contest is the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions NFC North action at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be on Fox Television nationally. I am taking the Bears to win this one. Matthew Stafford is not going to be the quarterback for the Lions. He's still out with injury, and the Bears, even with Mitchell Trubisky, still better than what anything the Lions have at this point. So give me the Bears to beat the Lions. The Buffalo Bills travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific game, airing nationally for CBS television. I think this is probably the best of the 3 games on Thanksgiving. Going to be very interesting. I was waffling back and forth on this one, but I'm actually going to take Dallas at home to get the win. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm taking the Cowboys and getting the win here in front of the faithful fans there. And then the nightcap of the Thanksgiving Day games, we have NFC South action. We have the New Orleans Saints traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. It's a game that's going to be on at 8:20 p.m. Eastern, 5:20 p.m. Pacific on NBC television nationwide. I know the Falcons have been playing better here as of late, but I still got to go with logic. I'm going to take the Saints on the road to beat the Falcons. So that's what we have for Thanksgiving. The rest of the action, we have the New York Jets traveling to Cincinnati to take on the winless Bengals. Andy Dalton's back at quarterback for Cincinnati, and I'm actually going to take the Bengals in a surprise here to beat the Jets and the Bengals to get their first win of the season. AFC South action, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I think this is a very compelling game. I've been waffling back and forth on this one, but I'm going to take the Colts at home to win. I think it's a very close game, but I think the Colts get the job done here. I'll take them at home to win. The Philadelphia Eagles travel down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Eagles need to win in the biggest way possible to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dolphins obviously playing for the future. I'm taking the Eagles on the road to go down to Miami and get the job done and get back on track to beat the Dolphins. Green Bay Packers travel to the Meadowlands to take on the Giants. Of course, Packers coming off an embarrassing effort on Sunday night against the 49ers, while the Giants lost a close one to the Bears. Packers should get back on track here and win this one. They're clearly a better team than the Giants, so the Giants always seem to give them trouble. But the Packers are the better team. I'll take them on the road to get back on track and beat the Giants. AFC North action, we have the Cleveland Browns traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Of course, a rematch of what happened a couple of weeks ago. Of course, the situation with Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph. Myles Garrett's been indefinitely suspended, so we will not be seeing him. And Mason Rudolph has been benched in favor of Devlin Hodges. He's going to be the Steelers quarterback this week. Very compelling game. Steelers getting back on track. They're actually in the final wildcard position as of the time I'm recording this. And the Browns have been playing better lately, winning their last 3 games. So I'm going to take the Browns to go on the road into Pittsburgh and actually beat the Steelers. They beat them in Cleveland. We'll see if the Browns could do the sweep. I think they will, and I'm picking them to win. We have Washington traveling down to Carolina to take on the Panthers. This one's pretty obvious. I'm taking Carolina to win. They're just a better team. There's not a whole lot more to say about it. Even without Cam Newton, Carolina's just a better team, so I'll take them to win. Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, a battle of in-state teams here. This is where my upset pick of the week lies as well. I'm actually going to take the Bucs on the road. They are a slight underdog as of the time I'm recording this, so I'll take them in the upset this week to go up to Jacksonville and beat the Jaguars. Two somewhat disappointing teams here, but I'll take the Buccaneers to win here. San Francisco 49ers travel across the country to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, one of the marquee matchups of the weekend. Two of the top teams in the NFL. I think this will be a great game. And I'm going to take the Ravens at home to beat the 49ers. It's going to be very compelling. I think it's a close game. Two very evenly matched teams, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But I like the Ravens at home to beat the 49ers. NFC West matchup, we have the LA Rams traveling to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The Rams really struggling here. They got embarrassed on Monday night against the Ravens, and the Cardinals, they're just kind of there as well. I think they were coming off their bye. Yeah, they're coming off their bye, if I remember correctly. But I think the Rams get back on track here and they beat the Cardinals, and I think could be a very close game as well. LA Chargers travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. The Chargers, I think, need it more than the Broncos. Broncos are playing for next year. The Chargers are still trying to fight for the playoffs, it looks like. Give me the Chargers going to Denver to beat the Broncos. And what most of the country will see in the late game for CBS, the Oakland Raiders travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs here. An AFC West action rivalry matchup between these two teams. Should be a great game. I know the Raiders came off a humiliating effort against the Jets last week. The Chiefs just continue to roll along. I know the Chiefs are coming off their bye, but I'm going to take the Chiefs here. They're just a better team than the Raiders. It wouldn't shock me to see the Raiders win, but I'm going to take the Chiefs at home to get it done. Sunday night football game this week that's airing nationally on NBC television. We have the New England Patriots traveling down to Houston to take on the Texans. Of course, Bill O'Brien, of course, the coach of the Texans, taking on his former boss and Bill Belichick with the Patriots. Been waffling back and forth on this one as well, but I'm going to take the Patriots on the road to win. I think it's a close game. Patriots got a close win against Dallas last week in a very ugly game. I think the Patriots are just the better team here, though I think the Texans will give everything they can handle to the Patriots, but the Patriots I think will win, so I'll take them. And finally, Monday Night Football this week on ESPN, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling up to the Pacific Northwest to take on the Seahawks. I think the 12th man is the difference. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think Seattle wins, so I'll take the Seahawks to win. Those are my Week 13 NFL picks.